those around us, and we love ourselves. So we're not doing things that are destructive to ourselves. So if I'm hurting myself and I'm taking drugs every day, let's say, my focal point and my awareness is already going to be diminished, because now I'm in a state of highness, or whatever they call that, where really you're not conscious. You go unconscious in your addiction, and then you justify your behavior for being a taker and a tyrant and a hateful being. And that is self-centeredness. And there's a huge difference. That human is not having joy. They are not enjoying their life. They are not having fulfillment, and they are not co-creating and cultivating healthy relationships. They can't until they can love themselves, until they can come into a space where they create a relationship with self. And that's why, as a healer, so much of the work I'm doing in auric clearings is working in shadow, working with the unconscious, the inner child aspects of each human. It is profoundly powerful, but it takes courage. Any of you listening that know that you could benefit, first step is you have to step in and say, hey, I'd like to set up a session and let me look at my stuff because I'm ready to heal it. It takes courage to put it on the table and to look at it. Then it takes constant awareness as we're clearing and releasing the old stuff, constant awareness to see what's coming up for us and how am I going to face this? How am I going to now release this old energy? And I'm going to integrate and accept more and more of myself. So if you remember back when I was talking about the Hawaiian healing method, where it's, I'm so sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. This is what I do constantly when humans, like the ones that just left my sacred space, I stayed centered. I was very proud of myself that I stayed centered. I did speak my truth. I stood in my power. I maintained my center. I did not lose my vibrational alignment. I didn't wish hate on them or do any hateful things to them because of how they were treating me. So I feel like it was a huge initiation. I passed that. But at the same time, I am so grateful that they've left my life and my movie, and I wish them all the best. I know the laws of karma and the laws of cause and effect are in alignment, and they're working. So every human that's doing their thing, divine justice is at work. So I don't need to go and get revenge or justice, take out, revenge to get justice on another. And this is something that we as humans need to really start to pay attention to and connect the dots on, because maybe in many past lives we were warriors and we would have freaking killed people like that and threw them off the balcony. I mean, I'm sure there's lifetimes that we have annihilated humans that would have been disrespectful. And in this lifetime, I see people still doing that. I'm justified in taking a life because someone didn't honor something of my life. And we've got to shift that, because if we don't, all we do is we stay spinning on that karmic wheel. We keep creating more and more of that karmic energy of drama, pain, shame, guilt, suffering. And so what I'm mirroring to all of you is that, yes, things may come and we will stay in the center. We will speak our truth with love and honor. And then we let those souls make their choices. We trust that the universe loves us and supports us infinitely and abundantly. So I don't need to make this human get it. This human may have to suffer the rest of their life. They might have to really create a lot of darkness, and they might go off and affect how many other people after me, creating hatred and, pain dramas with that, with new people. But that is their choice, and they are going to have that karmic energy return to them, whatever they're putting out. So for us, it's staying in a state of gratitude, even when this darkness comes. For some of us, I'm sure some of you watching, you don't have the perfect life. Who does? Some of you might be really struggling with relationships. Maybe you have children that are just taking and disrespectful. Maybe you're dealing with family that just don't see you. They don't appreciate you. Maybe you're at work and you have that coworker who's just driving you freaking insane. These are the humans that we want to practice clearing on, loving them, speaking our truth to them, because that's empowering us. So sometimes the very people that come to us that probe us and push us and they're hateful to us, they are the ones that were like the teachers that came in the shadow to nudge us into our alignment. They came to help us step more fully onto the path. They came to help us to really empower ourselves and speak our truth. And that is a gift in itself. So it's really looking at everything in your life and looking for the thing to be grateful for in it. Like, what is it that I can be grateful in this situation? And I'm telling you, gratitude is amazing and it's powerful. And, every day you guys play the gratitude game, or when you go to bed at night, you journal 10 things you're grateful for every day. When you wake up, just say thank you. You're freaking breathing. And that's a gift. It's actually a gift and it's a privilege. And if we all could wake up and realize that this whole life is a gift, and we need to start having gratitude for it. We need to start waking up with a thank you and a how may I serve, and it's going to change the way your life flows. But if we wake up hateful and, oh God, I'm still here, I wish I wasn't here, and all these hateful people, and I just hate everyone, like, that energy is so destructive. It's such a waste of your breath and life force. I would say feel it, honor it, and then get out of that state of depression, because you're not going to thrive there and you're not going to be able to serve others there. The only way we can really thrive and find fulfillment is when we love ourselves and we come into that vibration of gratitude. And that is a choice, because every one of us at this moment, we're thinking. Every one of us. None of us are able to not think something or focus on something. So every moment we're choosing, do I focus on something I'm angry about and something that's lacking and something that's, pissing me off and something that's not good enough? Or am I focusing on what is working and what I am grateful for? And I'm welcoming the solution. I'm thanking the angels in the universe for bringing in the perfect solution for the situation. Like, our dryer just pooped out. Like, all of a sudden our dryer poops out. We got all this rent to pay and like roommates we had to kick out. So we've got things in our life happening, like real stuff. But at the same time, I'm like in a state of constant thank you, angels. I know that you're abundant. I know that you're going to bless me. Thank you for taking care of this. Thank you so much for clearing that for my movie. Lessons learned. Thank you for bringing in new waves of abundance. Thank you for all the humans that you're bringing me connected to, that I'm here to support and assist. Thank you for bringing me my people, connecting me to my community and my tribe. So we can come into that place, or we can focus for a long time on the lack. I would encourage you to stop focusing on the lack, because it's an illusion, and instead learn from what's happening and come back to gratitude, come back to practicing holding your focal point and your frequency in a state of abundance and gratitude, and watch how that changes your external reality, because it really does work. So any other questions or comments?
Yeah, Pegasus says, perfect. Thank you.
Cool. Well, yeah, I kind of went on there. But yeah, huge difference between self-centered and self-love. I'm going to read you a page I opened to today randomly, my Getting Into the Vortex book, which I highly recommend any of you. If you haven't got this book, I would highly recommend getting it and listen to the CD daily, and not in a fearful, frantic way, but just in a putting in this CD and we're going to listen to track number 3, and we're just going to relax and chill and be, and you're going to just go into that state of ease every day, choosing that. The reason I love teaching yoga, which I have a teacher training coming up, by the way, in April. If any of you want to become yoga teachers, contact me. But the reason I love teaching yoga is it goes so hand in hand with everything that my soul's about. Teaching love, teaching self-love. When I'm teaching meditation and yoga, it's helping the humans that are in a state of stress to come into a place where they can allow their bodies to relax. They can calm and quiet their mind, and they can start to focus with consciousness on what they desire to create instead of unconsciously focusing on their fears. And so practicing, simple things like yoga and meditation, where we're calming the mind and calming the body, are hugely powerful, because when we come back to that remembrance that everything is vibrational, if I'm in a state of tension and stress, I'm creating resistance, I'm tense, I'm stressed out. I'm, in a sense, pinching the hose of source and saying there's not enough, and I'm in fear. And so that's a choice, and we all have done that choice. I've done that choice. Nowadays, I call them human moments, because I don't stay there long. And I would encourage you not to stay there long, because it's not a great choice, because it's coming from that place of lack, and it's going to start really quickly manifesting physically from that resistance. So if we feel like we're doing that tension thing and we catch it, and then we just, okay, let me relax. I'm going to go on a walk, talking to my angels. Angels, I know you got a plan. I know you got a perfect solution. And I'm thanking you for bringing it right now, because right now is when we need it. And this is exactly how I talk to my angels. It's not like formal. I don't get down and like have this script and, do this like ritual or anything. No, I talk to my angels just like I talk to all of you. And it's very clear, heartfelt, and direct. And I will tell them, this is what's going on. I'm ready for this assistance, this support, and bring it now. Like, it's really time. And it will come quickly, because I'm not begging and pleading, hoping that there's angelic support out there. I'm not begging and pleading to a universe, hoping that I'm loved. I have learned as a human to finally embrace and honor my own divinity and realize I absolutely deserve support. I absolutely deserve honor. I absolutely am supported by a universe that loves me. So if something's leaving my movie, I am grateful, because that means Source knows it was not for my highest and best. And if something new is coming in, I am grateful, because Source knows this is exactly what I need at this time. So we get to this place of oneness where we are so one with our Source, so in the trust and in the flow of life, that we really know that everything is working out for our highest and best. We thank the universe for the support, and we trust it's on its way. And we really have to get into that vibration of feeling everything's on its way and everything's okay. This book is going to help you with that. So I'm going to read this page. It says, anytime you are feeling good, no matter the reason, you are accomplishing the feeling of abundance. And in your absence of resistance, everything that you have asked for is making its way to you.
What?
So when you're in the absence of resistance, you're like a magnet, just like a vacuum. You're sucking the goodness in. But when you're in resistance, it's like that hose that the vacuum is actually bringing all the good through to you. It's like you pinch the hose and you say to the universe, there's not enough. And so then the universe is like, it's got stuff, plenty of abundance that could come, but you pinch the hose so it can't come through. Do you notice what's happening is you are the one pinching it? That's your resistance. So all that has to happen here is we let go and we stop pinching. We stop resisting. We keep in a state of constant allowing, constant acceptance, and constant surrender and trust. That is really the alignment. So here it says, when you feel deprived, when you feel taken advantage of, when you feel mistreated, misunderstood, when you feel poor, the evidence of your belief will show itself to you. The evidence of your belief. So if you believe like no one loves you, everyone's taking from you, no one appreciates you, so that's when you're going to attract that in. Not the evidence of your value or the evidence of your worthiness. This is not a punishment for your sins or a withholding of God's love. This is not luck or favoritism or injustice or unfairness or bad karma. What you are living all day, every day, is the manifested evidence of your own belief. So when we shift our focal point to believing that there is infinite supply, there is abundance, there is love out there and in here, there is plenty to go around, there is, goodness coming, and I am so eager and excited for it, then we shift our focal point there. Life is bringing that into our reality. Then our belief that we're deserving and worthy creates a shifted 3D dimensional reality belief 3D holographic reality. So that so-called reality manifests because our belief has shifted to the fact that we're worthy and we deserve good. Before, we thought we weren't worthy, we didn't deserve good, and everyone's going to take from me, and everyone's hateful, and no one loves me, and then we manifest that. So it's really shifting that belief system. Internally, we're clearing and cleaning all that inner child stuff that tells us we're not enough. And I'm telling you, I would encourage you guys to start working on that now. Stop procrastinating doing your inner child healing work, because the longer wounded child is driving the ship, the more you're going to be wrecking that ship, the more you're going to sink that ship and you're going to have struggle and issues. So the